Satang Prasanga.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, and welcome to today's session. I pray that all is well with you and your families at this time. A special prayer goes out to my friend Kulashekar Prabhu from Johannesburg, South Africa, and we all pray that he recovers as soon as possible from the virus. So today's sutra goes as follows. We walk by faith, not by sight. For Krishna's workings are often carried out beyond our view. Krishna's work is present despite our lack of awareness of it. I was listening to a class by His Holiness Krishna Kshetra Maharaj yesterday, and he was quoting a Christian theologian saying that faith is always in conflict with doubt. This means you're always going to have, no matter how much of faith you have, you're always going to be contested with doubt. This is the duality of this material world. Everything works in duality here. So it's always questioning our devotional fidelity. Are we loyal to Krishna during this time when our faith is being tested? It really questions the fact, is our mind programmed to be compulsive or to be conscious? How have we programmed our mind? If we've programmed it to be compulsive, we're always going to have a material experience, and that is action and reaction. But if we program it to be conscious, we can have a devotional spiritual experience based on Krishna's understanding and Krishna's guidance through these difficult times. We see in the Kurukshetra war, Krishna was advocating that Arjuna fight. Again and again he's saying, fight Arjuna, fight. And the commentators tell us that why he was doing this is because Arjuna was a soldier. It was his profession. And in the Vedic paradigm, he had to protect Dharma. So if he didn't do his job at that time, he would have incurred negativity. And at the same time, Krishna is telling him, I'm here with you. So do as I'm guiding you and you'll be my instrument. Nametra matrena bhava savyasachi. You be my instrument and I'm guiding things, I'm working on things. So on two levels, Krishna is telling Arjuna. One, as a Kshatriya, as a Vedic Kshatriya, your first duty is to protect Dharma, and that's what we're doing here. And secondly, I'm guiding you. You as my instrument, I will tell you what to do and I'll orchestrate the whole thing. So it's only after that assurance did Arjuna then take to the battlefield. So we need to consolidate these both aspects within us, this duality within us, before we can take this up seriously. Otherwise we're going to always have this inner conflict which goes on. Or we will take up the process half-heartedly, knowingly that we will give it up after a short while. That is a worse situation, because not only you showed infidelity towards Krishna, but you also strengthened your mind towards the negative result. So the mind then responds in the materialistic way. But by empowering yourself with Krishna's words, with Krishna's guidance and direction, then we can take the spiritual step forward. It's uncertain, but it's guided by Krishna. Here it's uncertain, but it's guided by our mind. And we know where that could possibly take us. So which one of the two is better? The sutra goes on to say, we walk by faith, not by sight, for Krishna's workings are often carried out beyond our view. We base visual results on success. But whose definition of success is that? It's based on the material concept of success. True success is to align ourselves with Krishna, to develop love for Krishna. Prema Pumarta Mahan. This is the perfection of life. That is true success. Temporary success is not success. You may win a battle or two, but you lose the war. So which is greater? If we walk by sight, then our understanding will be based on interpretation of what our senses are giving us. So if our understanding is based on interpretation, it's going to be imperfect and limited. But if we walk by Krishna's guidance based on scripture, then our understanding is based on revelation. And on revelation, it's Krishna personally guiding his devotee. That's a very intimate moment. When we think of faith, we understand that faith means faith in God, but that's not true. Faith is faith in everything around you. You have faith that the sun will come up tomorrow. You have faith that you'll wake up tomorrow. 1 million people won't wake up tomorrow. You have faith that you'll digest your food. You have faith that your body will work, that your hands will work. This is all based on faith because it could be taken away. Your hand is with you, but does it work when you're paralyzed? Now, who's controlling your hand? If you feel you are the controller and you really controlling, then make your hand work. Why doesn't it work? It was working yesterday. So who's switched it off that today it doesn't work? It's there, but it doesn't work. So we have faith that all of these things will work. So if we have faith in these material things so strongly, it actually shows that we have faith in the person that created all these material things. But we don't realize it. We have actual faith in that person that he will make sure that all these things work tomorrow morning. Indirectly. We have faith that he's going to make the sun come up, he's going to make the water come, he's going to make me digest my food. Visvanara, the digestion in the stomach. He's going to make my body work. We have faith in all these things. We actually have faith in these things because we have faith in God. That's why we have faith in these things. But we don't realize it and we don't see it that way. So it's not a matter of developing faith in Krishna. It's already there because we have faith in all these things. We're just connecting it to Krishna. That's what Prabhupada was saying. It's only by the illusion of Maya can you actually function here and think that you're separate. The Shastras tell us, Krishna bhuliya jeev bhogavancha kare, pashanti maya chare jhapatiya thare. Says this illusionary energy Maya, she catches jhapatiya, she jumps upon. Jhapatiya thare, she jumps upon you, pounces upon you. And without that illusion, we can't actually relate to anything material because it's inert. We are the superior energy, this is the inferior energy. Para Prakriti, this is Prakriti. And so we can't relate to it without the mechanism of the illusionary energy. So we have faith in these things that it works. So ultimately that faith is meant for Krishna. And we just don't know how to connect it there. We don't see it that way. So scripture is helping us see it that way. There's a beautiful story that comes in the Puranas of Mugrari, the hunter. And he was a sinful man because he would hunt and half kill animals and hurt them. And this is what he was taught to do as a jungle, hunter in a jungle. This is how they would hunt, half kill animals. So one day Narad came by as he heard this animal squeaking and crying. And he heard this and he says, what's going on here? And then he sees this hunter hurting this animal in this way. He says, what are you doing, my sir, dear sir? He says, oh sir, I'm just collecting my food. This is kind of food you like this? You're hurting the animals like this? Sorry sir, I'm a hunter. This is how we do it. So he said, give up this. Yeah, okay, you're a sadhu, you're saying give up. What will I eat? He says, please give this up. And put a tulsi plant in front of your cottage and you chant there. And by that you will attain perfection, and I will make sure that your food comes. Oh, but sir, who will send food here? We're in the middle of the jungle. Who will come here and send food? We are so far away from everyone. He says, don't worry, I will send the food. So by the word of mouth, everybody got to hear that this hunter met Narada and he became a sadhu. He became a Vaishnava. So they all started to come to see him. And what you do when you see a sadhu, you take something for him. This is Vedic culture. You take something to give him as blessings exchange. So something you give him. So many people were coming to see this hunter, and the food became too much. So he had faith in what Narada was telling him, and because of that he is willing to give up what he learnt throughout his life. This is what it takes. We need to take this kind of a step towards Krishna. What we've learnt in life is what society has taught us, and we can see it's all misdirected. It's all illusionally misdirected towards trapping us further here. So this hunter, he took Narada's guidance seriously. And he said, well, food will come? He said, yes, food will come. And every day food came. Somebody would bring something. Eventually it became so much. It became a problem. It's too much food. You can't do food for life there in the jungle. What to do with so much of food now? So he realized, sadhu's words, guru's words, very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. So by following this simple example, we see even a simple hunter attained perfection of life. And he would chant every day in front of the tulsi plant like that. So are we ready to take that kind of a leap of faith? Because the certainty around here is that everything is uncertain. The quicker we understand that, the quicker we can take shelter of Krishna. So I hope you enjoyed today's class. Please join us again tomorrow. Hare Krishna.